Windy day out here and it's getting hot. But there's been a lot of love out there for 5T. So I'm going to do a few things and maybe see if we can salvage this old girl. And I picked up a radiator cap when we were up there at Antique Crawler Parts in Laramie. And I'm going to go stick this on 5T because for some reason it doesn't have a radiator cap. But this will keep dirt and water out of it for now. I think this anti-seize is our second favorite snake oil next to Marvel Mystery Oil. Get a little on there. So let me get this cap on there. Oh, look who. Hi, kitty. No. One of the cool things that makes this machine unique is that it has the 5-roller frame, which is very, not rare, but kind of a neat thing to have. Definitely was good for dozers. I want to get this valve cover off of here. Put a little bit more Marvel in there, work the valves up and down, make sure they're loose, see if I can get some to seep down into the pistons. And after I get that done, I'm going to take some of this Dozer blade rigmarole off of here that we're not going to need and get the belly pan off of here. I want to drain that oil out. It's milky, it's got water in it. It's not going to be good for condensation. It's not going to help our situation. I kind of feel like this is the same rabbit hole we went down with 4G, but in this case, these valves are free. I'm able to compress them a little bit. And that's a good sign. Don't let the cleaner see that. I don't know why, I feel a lot better about this engine than the one in 4G. The fact that the valves are moving is definitely a good sign. They got good springs. Nice and springy. I know the valves on 4G had broken springs and rusted springs. They were in very bad shape. I had to buy new ones, new used ones from Antique Crawler Parts. This is really not looking terrible, in my opinion. All right, step one. I don't know about you guys, but I can't really see what's holding that belly pan up back there. Ah, there it is. One bolt. I see it right about there. If I can get that bolt off the back of the belly plate, I can take my skid steer with the forks, stick it right under here, and take these bolts out and get this thing off of here. My understanding is they were packing insulage with this machine, but it's sure full of dirt. Probably some insulage in there as well. Got it loose anyway. Well, I got that back bolt out of the belly pan. That was kind of a pickle. I went ahead and used the whole longest extension I could kind of make up and managed to make it from the back. So I got one bolt over here and one on the other side. And this belly pan's pretty broke. So I'm going to get the skid steer out, stick the forks under the front of this, and then I'll pull the rest of these bolts out and let it down. Really happy I got this radiator cap on here to keep the dirt and water out of there. Let's get the skid steer over here to get this belly pan pulled off. And this should let the whole thing go. All right, let's drag it out of here. Well, that's a bummer. I think there's a bolt somewhere back there that I missed. I'm gonna crawl here under 5T and see if I can get the rest of that belly pan off. I feel like one of those guys exploring the caves is trying to squeeze into a hole that's too small. Notice that we're missing the drain plugs. That's probably actually a good thing that they're out. At least that means that they were kind of draining. They look pretty plugged up. I might clean those out too and let it drain good. Well, there's the bolt that was holding me up. Oh, are you kidding?
What?
I'm gonna need an open end.
All right.
I think that the problem is this belly pan is
Binding
it.
You want me to get the jack under it?
Or what I would do is just get the skid steer out.
Oh, and lift it with the forks?
Yeah, put your forks all the way under it and just support it.
All right.
There you go. There you go.
Is that radiator cap screw on there?
Yes.
So it's got good threads in there?
Yes. I need to take a vacuum and vacuum the dust and dirt out of that radiator.
Well, 5T's got one nice piece on it.
Yeah. That's the hood ornament. It's coming. It's just slow. It's binding because when you picked it up, it was fine, and then when it twisted, because it's off center.
You want me to go down and fix my forks?
I would, yeah. That would help.
All right.
I'm out of the way. Go ahead.
All right.
There you go.
More?
Let me see. No, that'll work. Just hang on to it. These are the bolts that go from the rear end into the bell housing. So
from the carcass to the engine?
Yeah, so I'm gonna put them back in once I get them out.
Something's moving.
There it goes. All right, it's all yours. Oh, they already put shims underneath of there. There's a busted spring. That's why it's sagging.
It's sagging?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a busted spring.
That's why it's nose dipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get it out. Here we go.
I don't think the oil's been drained in this thing for years.
No. You can bet on it.
There's a helper spring in the bottom, I think, that's broke. What a mess. There's so much, I guess they were using this to pack ensilage at the end, but there was so much dirt and stuff in here, it left an imprint of the oil pan and the leaf spring pack. Cleaner, you're up.
I'm gonna dig it out with the forks.
That's probably a good idea. While the cleaner's over there cleaning that up, I'm gonna see if I can open up these drains. Get some of that out of there, and then if there's any water in there, hopefully it'll come out. The plan is to get this inside before the winter. I've made some space in my other shop. This dry climate's just, all this stuff's drying up and falling right off of here because Minnesota. There's definitely insulage under here. Came from humid to a desert. The good thing I saw is there's no damage to these frame supports under here, which is very good. I'll have to find some plugs for these because probably not necessary, but it bugs me. I just love how good these track chains are on this machine. Sprockets not so much, but they'll work, and I got an extra one now. Get out of there, tumbleweed. The truth is, I don't think 5T was ever in any real danger of getting scrapped or parted, because my dad and 5T bonded while they were coming back from Minnesota. So next thing I want to do, I'm going to pull this plug here and get this gunky oil out of here. It has some water in it. I want to make sure and get that out of there. Might throw some diesel in there for now. And I want to get this thing off here. Somebody's going to get cut on that thing. Find any treasures in there?
No treasures, but it was packed so hard and tight in there. When I jabbed the forks in that stuff, it lifted the whole pan up before it broke loose.
Well, I'm working over here. I'm going to get the plug out of that thing and get some of that oil drained out. The rest of the guard's going onto the pallet with the other parts.
I'll scrape that off too.
Yep, be a good idea.
All right.
I think Dad could have been the captain of the SS Minnow. Looks like he marooned something else out here in the gravel driveway. He always wants to resort to the old-fashioned ways. I told him, Dad, we got a skid steer to lift that. We don't need a jack. Get this thing off of here before I stand up from underneath there and ring my bell. Those are going to be fun to get out of there. Get that broke loose. So, that ain't very tight.
That's good.
No. Put diesel in here maybe? That's not a good sign.
What? Won't come out?
Nothing's coming out.
You'll have to, you need a screwdriver?
Yeah.
To break it loose?
Yeah. Here's the plug here. A little bit of water. Well, that's not what we wanted.
It's sludged up.
Yeah. That isn't good. There it goes. A little bit of water.
Probably a lot. It looks like a lot of water to me.
Too much. That's not a good sign. It smells like water. It's not. I was hoping it was diesel.
That looks like all water.
There, now we're starting to get a little oil.
All right, then switch it, and then most of that bucket will be water.
Yeah.
Is it coming out?
Yeah. That was about a gallon of water.
Yeah, this one's mostly water here.
Yeah.
It's stopping now. It'll hold it.
Yeah.
Just let it drain there.
Yeah. Ooh, that's some sludge in the top.
It probably plugged the hole up again. Just let it drain there for a while. Won't hurt nothing.
No. All right. We'll check on this in a little while. That's the oil that was in it.
That's the end of the drain.
Like, metal.
The last that come out.
That don't look good.
Well, it's just a bunch of sludge and.
Well, we got 7J's engine too, so looks.
See the antifreeze in it? That's antifreeze. See the green?
Yeah, that's not good.
No. The head's leaking or something.
Something froze and broke.
Yeah. You can see all that antifreeze.
I'm gonna crack the plug on this radiator and see if there's even anything in it. There we go.
Nothing even seeping yet? Nothing coming out?
No, just corrosion. Dirt, grease.
Yeah, it's a mess. You know what? It's going to have to be stripped down.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to put this back in.
Yeah, just put it in finger tight. Or just snug so it won't fall out.
Well, that ain't good news.
No. No, definitely got antifreeze in there. Look at that. In fact, that all under this oil on top is antifreeze.
Yeah.
There's probably a good gallon of antifreeze in that.
Easily, yeah. Something's cracked or broken, or leaking, or a head gasket, or they got it hot. They might have plugged up the radiator with insulage and got it hot.
Hot and cracked the head or something.
Well, the 5T story's not looking very promising. And the antifreeze in that water that came out of the engine is not a good sign. We suspect that when they were packing insulage with this, they might have plugged up the radiator, got it hot, who knows, cracked the head, warped something. Maybe it froze, I don't know. Dad's putting a little bit of diesel in there, and we're going to watch underneath here and see if it kind of comes through and cleans this out. Still sludge sliding out of there. Drip, drip. That's not good. No. Come on, 5T. There, you must have got some in there.
Very little. Let me try this.
So it's running out.
How about now? Now I'm getting some in.
Yeah.
Is it running out?
Yeah.
Did it run straight through?
Yeah.
All right, there's no point in putting any more.
No, no. Yeah, it's running right through. Carrying a little sludge with it. I'm a little afraid that saving 5T might take a bigger bankroll than this YouTuber can afford. We'll have to see. The good thing with 5T is time's on our side. So thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Oh, look who. Hi, kitty. No. No. What'd you do that for? Huh? You like the camera.